girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, NFL Week 16. 2 weeks left in the regular season, and then it's playoffs, baby! Alright, so through 15 weeks, 224 games, which I have done all here on Robert Sports Show. Win-loss, I was 10-6 last week, for a year-to-date total of 135, 87-2. Against the spread, I was 7-9 last week. For a year-to-date total, 98 and 126. And over-under, I was 9-7 last week for a season total of 123 and 103. I'm pretty happy with those numbers. But hey, you know, I do every game. You're going to have some of those weeks where you're good, some of those weeks when you're bad. Just like a lot of these NFL teams. Do also like to wish everyone luck who's in their fantasy football championship game. I am. First time in a while I've been in the finals. Definitely want to have a good championship game and hopefully win my league and be the champ that runs the place. But hey, you know, at least I'm there. You know, I got a couple. I'm in a 10-person league. And we have 2 that didn't even make the consolation playoffs. So at least I'm in the playoffs. At least I won the regular season. So I'm happy with that. Most points for a team. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Friends and family league, so we just play for bragging rights. So that's kind of fun. So let's get down to the NFL. All right. Now we have 3 teams that are scoring an enormous amount of points this year. The top teams, the teams that score more than 500 points in a season, top 9 all time. 2013 Denver Broncos, 606. The 2007 New England Patriots, 589. The 2011 Green Bay Packers, 560. 2012 New England Patriots, 557. The 2011 New Orleans Saints, 547. The 2000 St. Louis Rams, the second year of the greatest show on turf, 540. The 2016 Atlanta Falcons, 540. The 1999 St. Louis Rams, the first year of the greatest show on turf, 526. And the 2004 Indianapolis Colts, 522. What do all these teams have in common? They won a great quarterback. 2013, what was that, Peyton Manning? New England, Tom Brady. Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. New England, Tom Brady. New Orleans, Drew Brees. St. Louis, the 2 years, Kurt Warner. Atlanta Falcons, Matt Ryan. Colts was Peyton Manning. They have Hall of Fame quarterbacks. The 3 teams this year that are putting up an extraordinary amount of points. The Kansas City Chiefs, 499 points so far. Pat Mahomes, is he not great? If they continue on their pace, they'll end up with 570. They'll have the 3rd most points all time. With basically a rookie quarterback. He had 1 start last year. Keep forgetting he's not a rookie. Next, we have the Los Angeles Rams. They're on a pace for 512 points. They're currently 448. So they're going to be right there with the greatest show on turf. Is Jared Goff the next Kurt Warner? Time will tell. Drew Brees, still doing it. Drew Brees, right now, year-to-date 459, projected 524. So it's going to be, his 2nd most points in the season, behind 2011. So yeah, so those 3 teams scoring a lot of points, putting a lot on the board. Obviously 2018 is an offensive league now. If you don't tackle somebody right, it's a penalty. If you lead with the helmet, it's a penalty, which that should be. That's pretty much dead. That's hurting somebody. But all right, let's get to these games. First off, we have the 7-7 Washington Redskins with an outside shot of making the playoffs, with a shot of winning the division. They are tied with Philadelphia, 1 game behind Dallas in the NFC East. Versus the 8-6 Tennessee Titans, who are AFC wildcard team right now. Tennessee is favored by 10. I do have the Titans winning. I got Washington covering the 10 and under on the 37. Next, we have the Baltimore Ravens, 8-6, currently in the AFC wildcard hunt. Versus the NFC wildcard leader, the Los Angeles Chargers, who are 11-3. The Chargers have already clinched a playoff spot. They were tied with the Chiefs for the division. They have the tiebreaker versus Chiefs because they beat the Chiefs. They don't have... They're second in the division because of the division or overall division record. This is when NFL needs to redo their leagues, I think. I think we need to get rid of the divisions. I think here you do. You do 2 conferences, AFC and NFC, 16 teams. Top 6 make the playoffs. The top 2 of each conference is your wild card, is your first round bye. Bam. In that scenario, the Chargers would have a first round bye. Current scenario, 11-3, tied for the best record in the conference. They are on the road for playoffs. I had Chargers winning, covering the 4.5 and over on the 45. Next, we have NFC wildcard team Minnesota Vikings 7-6-1 versus the Detroit Lions 5-9. The Vikings winning. I'm covering the 4.5 and taking under on the 43.5. And I want to say happy birthday to a huge Minnesota Vikings fan, Gio of Gio Knows. All the NFL prognosticators know him. Seen on Facebook it was Gio's birthday. Definitely want to say happy birthday, Gio. And go Vikings. Next up, but especially Adam Thielen. He is my top receiver, one of my top receivers right now, and I'm in the finals of fantasy, and I need a great game from him. So come on, Adam Thielen, and I'm playing a guy in the finals who has Stephon Diggs. So I need Diggs to blow a knee out or get hurt like the first play and have Thielen go like fucking crazy. Not that I want Diggs hurt, but just enough he can't play. But anyway, next game we have Cincinnati Bengals 6-8 versus the Cleveland Browns 6-7-1. Can the Browns make the playoffs? That is not crazy talk. We are in week 16. The Cleveland Browns have a shot. It's a slim shot. They need lots of help. They need Baltimore to lose out. They need, who else to lose out? Baltimore, Tennessee, somebody else. They need Baltimore, let me look here. I think I wrote it down. So they need Baltimore, Indianapolis, Tennessee, and Miami all to lose out. And then they have a shot at making the playoffs. But you know what? So you're saying there's a chance. I do have the Browns beating the Bengals. They're favored by 6.5. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 45.5. In my first video of the year for the NFL in 2018 season began, I did the win-loss over-under. I had the Cleveland Browns winning 6 games. So I'm pretty proud of that. They've actually won 6. They actually might win more. You know what? I'm cool with being wrong with that, to be right here. I think it does a lot for football in the fan base to have the Cleveland Browns possibility of making the playoffs. Next, we have the Atlanta Falcons 5-9 versus the NFC wildcard contender Carolina Panthers, who are 6-8. Panthers need help. They need wins and help. Carolina is favored by 4, and then winning, covering over on the 50. Next, we have Buffalo Bills at 5-9 versus New England Patriots at 9-5. So we are 2 weeks left, and the Patriots have not clinched the division or a playoff spot yet. What's the chances of New England missing the playoffs? What would happen to football if the Patriots lose the next 2 games and miss the playoffs? You're going to have a fan base that's just distraught. Then you're going to have people going, yes, Tom Brady's on the playoffs. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to win the division. I think they're going to be win the division for like 12 straight years or whatever it's been. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to go far in the playoffs. They may even be in the Super Bowl. But it's just weird to look with 2 weeks left that they haven't clinched the playoff spot. I am taking the Patriots to win. They're favored by 12.5. I know Buffalo sucks, but that's a big number. I got Buffalo covering the 12.5, so they're going to win by 12. And then I am taking over on the 45. Next, we got the Houston Texans. What a streaky team they are. They lost 3 straight, won 9 straight. They're 1-1 their last 2. They're looking for an AFC South title. They're playing the 7-7 Philadelphia Eagles. The champs won't even make the playoffs this year? Wow. They're 1 game behind Dallas for the division. They're tied with Washington. They're 0-2 versus Dallas, so if they end up tied there, they're fucked. They are 0-1 versus... they're 1-0 versus Washington. They play them next week. the champs could be out looking in. Wow. This line has changed multiple times. I've seen Houston -1.5. I've seen it as a pick'em. Now the last I've seen was Philadelphia -1. I know with the quarterback change, officially Carson Wentz is out, Nick Foles is in. I'm picking Houston to win. The last line I seen was Philly by 1, giving Houston the 1. Obviously they cover, and under on the 45. Next we have the Jacksonville Jaguars at 4-10. What a dumpster fire Jacksonville is. But they're 4-10. Maybe they get a quarterback. Maybe Eli needs a change of scenery. Maybe they go out and draft someone. Maybe they do something. All I know is Khan, the owner of Jacksonville, he may be getting into the professional wrestling business. Rumor has it he has been linked to All Elite Wrestling, which is going to be obviously funded by him, with Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Page are all linked to this All Elite Wrestling. Kind of the all-in from last year, kind of a continuation of that. There's been a lot of trademarks that have been granted, and with the company address of All Elite LLC and the address of the Carolina Panthers. Why am I talking about Jacksonville and I'm retarded. Yeah, but the Jacksonville is Jacksonville. No, it's Carolina. My bad. Wow. I told a great story there, and I'm looking at the wrong fucking team. So Jacksonville, forget what I just said. Save that for later. Boy, I need more caffeine in the mornings. Jacksonville, 4-10. They suck. Versus Miami Dolphins, who are 7-7. Miami's favored by 4.5. They have a shot at an NFC wildcard. I got them winning, covering under on the 39.5. But anyway, Jacksonville, they do need another quarterback. Blake Bortles isn't it. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers, 5-8-1, versus the New York Jets, 4-10. Packers, wow. What happened to them this year? I know they fired McCarthy. Is Aaron Rodgers going to help pick the next coach, or he's not? Either is your franchise quarterback, or they want to move on from. I don't understand what's going on in Green Bay. To come out publicly and say Aaron Rodgers is not going to help pick our coach. I've seen a couple different lines on this game. I've seen Green Bay -3, and I've seen it as a pick'em. I'm doing the -3. I get Green Bay -3 over the Jets. I get the winning, covering, and under on the 44. Next, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 5-9 versus the Dallas Cowboys at 8-6. Cowboys are leading their division. They need to hopefully keep that up, win the division, make the playoffs, first year in a while, which would be great for Dallas, which was America's team. But then Green Bay was America's team, and Green Bay sucks, so Dallas is good. So does that mean Dallas is America's team now? Cowboys favored by 7. I got them winning, covering under on the 46.5. Next, we have the New York Football Giants at 5-9. How is the Giants 5-9 with Eli Manning, a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, with Odell Beckham, one of the greatest wide receivers in current football, and Saquon Barkley, one of the top running backs in football, and they are still 5-9. Oh, that's right. You got to have an offensive line and a defense. Colts. Wow. Andrew Luck is back. He's back, baby. I have the Colts. Colts are favored by 9.5. I have them winning, covering, and under on the 46.5. Next, we have the greatest show on turf, Part 2. The Los Angeles Rams, the winners of the NFC West, are 11-3. They are currently the second team for the home field first round bye, home field advantage. Unfortunately, the other team is the New Orleans Saints, who the Rams lost to in New Orleans. But they are playing the Arizona Cardinals, who are 3-11. The Rams are favored by 13.5. I have them winning. I have them covering and taking over on the 47.5. Next, we have the Chicago Bears. The Bears, winners of the NFC North. They are 10-4. Versus the San Francisco 49ers, who are 4-10. The Bears have clinched the conference, or the division. They're in the playoffs. Can they get a first round bye? They need wins. They need help. There's a possibility. They're one game behind the Rams right now. So, do we all believe in Mitchell Trubisky? Or is he the next Mark Sanchez? Only time will tell on that. So, the Bears, who are favored by 4, I had them winning, covering, and over on the 42.5. Next, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers, 8-5-1 versus the 12-2. NFC South champion, the New Orleans Saints, who currently hold the best record in the NFC, who, if they win the best record in the NFC, everything goes through the Superdome. Saints pretty damn good in the Superdome. New Orleans is favored by 6. I'm torn with this game. Really am torn. Fantasy team is led by Ben Roethlisberger. I need Big Ben to have a good game. I need Big Ben to put some points up for me. Not playing Joseph Connors. But I got Big Ben. Saints are favored by 6. I got Pittsburgh covering that. I'm taking over on the 56. I need some points. The Saints defense is giving up about 20.8 points a game. That's 3 touchdowns. I'm fine with Big Ben throwing 3 touchdowns. And then, 300 yards, 3 touches. I can live with that. Just no interceptions and all that good jazz. Next, I have the Kansas City Chiefs, who are the AFC West champions at 11-3. They are the top dog in the AFC right now. They're tied with they're not AFC West champions yet. They've clinched a playoff spot. They are tied with San Diego. They are mathematically in the lead for the AFC West. San Diego beat them, but I don't understand how that doesn't. The division record is better than 1-on-1. That's what the tiebreaker said. I don't understand that either. You would think since San Diego beat them, they would be the champions of the conference, or the division, but whatevs. So they play the 8-6 Seahawks. So the Seahawks are fighting for a wild card spot. So this actually would be a really good game. On paper, Seattle's favored by 2.5. So I have Kansas City winning, covering the 2.5, and I'm taking over on the 53.5. And on Monday Night Football. Okay, why is this a Monday Night Football game? What happened to the flux schedule where we could change this shit? The 6-8 Denver Broncos, who are going nowhere, versus the 3-11 Oakland Raiders, who are just moving to Vegas next year. Or actually, one of the rumors I read or heard was they're leaving Oakland. They might play in St. Louis for a year until Vegas is available, until the stadium's available in Vegas, or they're going to play at the University of Nevada. Whatever they're going to do. They're horrible. John Gruden right now looks like a fucking moron ape. But if these picks that he's gotten for all these people pay off, then maybe he's got something. Does he trade Derek Carr for #1 pick and draft a new quarterback? 1 year in wherever, St. Louis, Oakland, mediocre. Everyone gets better. The first year in Vegas, they're in the playoffs, just like the Vegas Knights. What's the possibility of that happening? But this game is not going to be good on Monday night. Denver's favored by 2.5. I then winning, covering, and under on the 44.5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up NFL week number 16. Whoop whoop! 2 weeks left in the regular season, and then playoff time. We have a lot to get decided for the playoffs. I think this week we'll see a lot of the more playoff possibilities and kind of get everything narrowed down to have a good week 17. Good luck to all you NFL prognosticators out there. Good luck to everyone who's in the finals of your fantasy football league. Boom! Finals right here, baby. As always, thanks for watching the Rubber Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Rubber Sports Show. Your YouTube leader in sports channel content. And mistakes, because I make all kinds of fucking mistakes. But it was Carolina Panthers that are tied to the All Elite Wrestling. And I talked about during the Jacksonville game. I'm an idiot. Oh well. Have a great day. Thanks for watching the Rubber Sports Show.